Welcome back to Real Chill Conversations. Hey, Brenna, how
What's
are you
up?
today?
I got my New York hat on. Not in my work mode in my professional attire, but it is what it is. At least camera on so you get to see my face. We have to interact. I need to make eye contact with this conversation we're going to have tonight. So,
And I'm coming in smiling
yes.
because I do have to say that this was another request
Okay.
that was made. So we're going to definitely talk about it and get into it. This is a very good topic. So let's get in the mood first, okay?
Yes. Yes.
Um, Let's see. The topic for today is, would you tell your friend their partner is cheating? So
Mm.
let me put you in a scenario.
Yep.
Let's start with that.
Yep.
You're at the club,
Mm-hmm.
okay? You're having a good time.
Mm-hmm.
All of a sudden, you see your friend's man come in the door
Uh-oh.
kissing another woman.
Uh-oh.
What do you do?
Mm. Whew. Child. If I could unsee it, I would unsee it. So listen, this scenario and this situation has occurred to me more than once in my lifetime, unfortunately. So, experience has taught me just a couple of things. First of all, I'm an honest person and I'm an honest friend. So I'm not going to cover up for no dude. I'm not going to tell no lies. I'm not going to spread no shade. I mean, it is what it is. If I'm asked a question, I'm going to give an answer. However, I did have the unfortunate situation where I did advise a friend of mine that I saw her man in a situation that he shouldn't have been in, and instead of getting mad at her man, she got mad at me. And she accused me of hating on the relationship and being jealous of what they had, which was completely not
I was
true.
just about to ask you, how did that go?
Not the case. It did not go over well. But ultimately, at the end of the day, this really turned out to be
Hey,
somebody.
Chris.
Hey, this turned out to be someone that really wasn't, a friend in the manner that I would consider someone a friend today. So, I mean, I was young, I was in my late teens, early 20s. And so, I used to hang around a lot of people, had a big circle that I used to run with and all of that. And, as I've gotten older, my circle has gotten smaller, friendships fell off, things changed, life happens, blah, blah, blah. But in that situation, in that scenario, it did not go over well at all. I mean,
And
he
let me ask
really,
this based on that scenario that I gave you
yeah,
and your experience with it and your friend, do you feel, do you know if she went, did she even confront him about
she,
it?
she did.
Did she mention your name?
She did.
Okay. And that's where I'm going to go with this because, um,
He said I wasn't there. He said I didn't see it. I wasn't there, but I had pictures. So I was there.
did you show her the pictures?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
So I have been in both situations. I
Mhm.
guess like I've seen it. Um, I've seen my friend partner cheat
Mhm.
per se because I did see a romantic encounter with another party.
Oh.
And then I've been in a situation where I've been friends with the other woman.
Mm.
So those are very complex situations. And
Very.
it's very touchy. And I think when I asked this question on the chat, and a lot of people gave their input,
Yeah.
even men were the first ones to actually post in the chat and was like, yeah, I'll tell. I think I only had one person that was like, you know, I just been there before and I seen what happened.
Mhm.
And I have been in a situation just like yours. Like I told my friend,
Mhm.
I'm not, first of all, I'm not coming to you and I'm not telling you so
Right.
you can break up with your man.
And I didn't like, I
That is
wasn't
not my
right.
intention.
It wasn't a place of like, "Ooh, let me snitch." It was like, "Hey, I just want to let you know, Saturday night I was out at the spot. I saw, what's his name, and he was with somebody else. I really struggled with telling you this, but I would feel awful if you found out about it and I knew and I didn't tell you." So that's the place that I was coming from, because if it was me, like, I would want to know. I wouldn't want my friends to keep that kind of secret from me, thinking that they're protecting me. And my reaction and my response is going to be, my anger is going to be at my man for disrespecting me in public, not at my friend that's standing up for me and letting me know something is going on that I should be aware of. How I choose to handle it, of course, should be left up to me. And how anyone chooses to handle it should be left up to them. I did not give her any direction or guidance or suggestion as to what she should do with her relationship or what she should do with that man. It was just letting her know, hey, he's out here and this is what is happening. And
Exactly. You just
I
had a good
shared it,
intention.
and I shared it with her because it had happened to me. And it happened to me and nobody said anything. And I found out about it after the fact, knowing that like six people had known that this situation was going on. That dude brought some other chick to a party and nobody said anything to me about it. And I was hurt
Now, let
over
me
that.
tell you one thing. If I see it, I'm going to tell you.
Yep.
But if I don't see it, then I'm not going to tell you. If it's like a he or she say kind of
Yes.
thing, I'm not
Yes.
doing that because I'm not putting myself in a position where it may not be true.
Right.
So yes, I hear things. Yes, I've heard things. Yes,
Mm-hmm.
people have come up to me and spoke things, but that doesn't mean I'm going to repeat it.
Right.
Because if I haven't seen it for myself, I'm sorry.
Right. I'm
It's
glad you
just not
said
going to
that.
work like that because I'm not going to break up your marriage, your partnership with your partner for a he say she say kind of thing.
Yeah.
And these things are very delicate,
Very.
okay? Especially if you um having a serious relationship with somebody.
Yeah.
And I understand some people have open relationships. If that's your case, then I think this would not apply.
Right.
But to those that do consider themselves in a serious relationship and cheating to them is a very big thing, I would be careful with that.
Mm-hmm.
Now let me ask you this: would you tell any friend, or it just depends on your friend? Like it depends on the person, who it is, how close you are to them.
I mean, if
Would that
this
matter?
I think that there's a degree of matter in that case. Like, let's say there's someone that I see in the office every once in a while. We may, have a small conversation here or there. I see him in the elevator, might see him in the cafe, blah blah blah. But I don't really know them like that. I don't associate with them on a social level. I don't really know anything about their personal life. I don't really know anything about the relationship except just the little bits that they've told me. And maybe she shared a picture, of this person, or I've seen a picture on her desk or something like that. And if I happen to be out at a spot and I see that dude and he's with somebody that's not with her, I don't think that that's something I'm going to bring back to her, because I don't think that that's my place.
And I don't think that if you do tell your friend should go repeat your name.
Yep.
And the reason I'm saying that is because you put people in certain situations and
Oh
in a
my
very bad
God.
situation, especially when you're still going to be with the person.
It
That
was
makes no sense. Like to
so
me, that
bad.
makes no sense. Like you still
Yes.
gonna want to be my friend, of
R-
course. If we have a long been knowing each other for a very long time, I'm sure you still want to keep that friendship. Some people don't, but hey,
it
I'm
was
just
bad.
saying, so the ones that do,
Yeah.
why would you repeat a person's name if they confide in you and tell you something?
Because I mean, her reasoning was that he kept asking her who it was, because he was like, there was no way anybody could have saw me because I was at, the spot. And the spot was quote unquote like, this little hole in the wall. It was a I mean, it was a nice place, but it was kind of like a hidden spot, and only a certain few people kind of knew about it. So it wasn't anything that people went to on a regular basis, but it had
Right.
it had their regulars, and he was one of the people that was a regular there, and so was I and some other people in my crew. So he kept pressuring her to tell her who it was, because he kept claiming that he didn't see anybody and nobody could have seen him because he was at the spot. So I guess, she cracked under pressure, and she was like, oh, well, it was Brenna. And he was like, what? Like, Brenna wasn't there. And she was like, yeah, she was there. Cause she asked me, she's like, you were at the spot. And I was like, yeah. And I was like, here's pictures, cause the inside and the interior, what it looks like. Here's a spot of us in the section, and here's another spot at the bar. And then here's a spot of us dancing. Like, we were there. And so she had the proof, she had the pictures, and he was like,
Wait,
oh, nah.
you show her the pictures.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Showed her the pictures.
And
And she was like,
they're
well,
not friends anymore.
oh, no. She said, oh, well, he said he didn't see you there.
Because I was asked this question, and this is why I brought this topic up, because I was asked this question. And then I was actually told you should talk about it because it's a good topic.
Yeah.
But I was asked this question, like, would you tell your friend? And to me, at first, my first response was it did depend, because some people are not able to take certain things,
No.
so you want to be careful
Yep.
what you're saying as well, because if you have a friend that just can be very sensitive.
Very sensitive.
Some people are sickly, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And if you
Some people can't process negative information, especially if it has anything to do with their relationship, because they're so defensive over their relationship. But to me, if you have to be that defensive over your relationship, then your relationship really isn't in a good place, because you really shouldn't have to be fighting that hard to prove that you guys are together. I mean, in my opinion, that's just my thoughts and how I feel about the situation. But yeah, I mean, certain people just aren't equipped, to handle certain things. But I'm the type of person, like, if you came to me and you were like, "Hey, Brenna, I've got something to tell you. It's coming. I'm coming from a place of good intentions. I'm not trying
right.
to hurt you. I don't want to make you upset. This might be upsetting. So, like, take a seat. Here's some water. Let me just, let you know what's going
And
on."
I would just say, if a person is sick, man, I don't know, just don't do it.
Just wait until just wait for another time.
Because
But I wouldn't. I'd wait for another time, but again, like, I wouldn't
I would
sit.
still tell, yes,
Yeah, I
but it
wouldn't
wouldn't
sit
be
on the
as,
information.
yes,
Yeah,
it would be like, first we have to make, because people really, and this could be very bad, not just in a part if somebody is sick.
yeah,
Like, what if their partner is crazy?
yeah, yeah. I mean,
People
you
will
know,
do
h-
stuff to people.
how
You
many
just got to be very
stories?
careful, because
How many stories have we seen on social media and things on YouTube with people, losing it over finding out about a certain
did you
situation?
see that situation in Alabama where the guy
Yep,
pew
yep,
pew
yep,
the guy
yep.
that his girlfriend
Unalive the
found them
man.
in the bed
Yep.
together,
Unalived him.
were in the
Yep.
house together,
Yep.
and unalived him?
Unalived him. Absolutely.
You
Yes.
just never
You
know.
never know.
Um,
But quick segue. I see you sipping on something. I need to send you this photo that I got. It was one of my birthday presents. It's like this instant bar thing. Like all you have to do is load it up with your bottles of vodka, tequila, whiskey, whatever it is, and it has these little pods and you can make your margarita, you can make an espresso martini, you can make a hurricane, you can make a mai tai, you can make sex on the beach, whatever, whatever. And I made one the other day and I meant to make one tonight before our episode and I ran out of time. And so I see you sipping. I'm like, dang it, man. I wish I would have made myself a drink. So now when you come over, all you got to do is tell me what you want, ma'am. And we just pop it in and it pours it out, just like making
And
a
then some
instant
people,
coffee.
I do, okay, I do want to say this before I forget too. I'm sorry, Brenda.
It's okay.
Some people don't want to say anything too because they're like, well, what I'm going to tell them for? They're not going to leave them alone. But that,
But
again,
that's not up to
that's not the
you.
purpose.
That's not the purpose and it's not up to you. What they do with the information is not up to you. It's like it's
And
like
somebody asked, are these close friends or just associates?
I mean, close friends most definitely are gonna have the conversation.
I
Someone that's
think
in a
close friends for me will definitely have the
close friends
conversation.
will definitely have the
So people
conversation.
that I
Some,
just know,
yeah,
I mean,
associates, it's kind of
no.
like that's not really my business. It's not really my place. Like I don't
I mean,
interact.
I would still feel some type of way if I'm hanging with them, but I
Yeah,
probably won't be hanging with them all the time.
right.
But,
Right.
you know,
It might be a little uncomfortable, but at the same time, because I don't really know you like that, I don't know your situation, I don't know your relationship like that. Like, I've never met the dude, I don't know him, I've not seen him, like I said, except for in photos. I'm probably less likely to bring something like that to your attention because I feel like how is it going to be received? Like this girl don't even know me like that and here she is trying to come tell me something about my man. Like I don't want that mess. I don't want that drama. But it's someone that's a close
and
friend.
some people will fight you,
Yeah.
literally.
Yeah.
Like, they will take it
Like
to war.
how dare you come in my face, play in my face and tell me something about my man? Who do you think you are? Like I don't even know you like that. But someone that's a close friend isn't going to be like you don't even know me like that. It's like, yes, I do know you like that. I've been at your house. We've been out. I know your dude, you know my dude, like we know each other's kid. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a completely
Yes.
different type of situation and scenario. So it's much more of a personal connection and you feel more inclined to keep that level of honesty and keep your friendship whole and keep it honest. And again, I'm not going to tell you, hey, this is what I think you should do with the information. I'm just going
No.
to say this is what
Right. The information
happened.
is for you to take with
Yep.
you. You
Yep.
could do whatever you want with it. Listen,
Absolutely.
I am not here. I'm not here to break you up with anyone.
Nope.
I don't look at it that way.
Nope.
When I'm telling my friend what's up, what's going on, I'm telling you, you do whatever you want with it. It's
Right.
not my business at the end of the day.
Right.
So yes, it will probably, if it's like a very close friend, yes, it'll probably kind of rub me the wrong way. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Because I know if I tell my friend, it's probably gonna hurt her. And
Yeah, and you
when
don't
my
want your
friend hurts, I probably hurt a little bit too, because
of
I don't
course.
like to see my friend like that.
Of
But
course. The
I've
people that
been
you
in
care
that
about.
situation where I have told a friend and it totally went left.
Yes.
Just
I've been
like
there.
you. Like
I have been there and I mean it's actually a trauma. It was actually very traumatizing because I absolutely was not coming from a place of trying to start trouble, trying to make her feel bad, trying to put down her relationship. It was never coming from a place of that. It was just like, hey, I just want to give you a heads up, like this is what's going on. And I was coming from a place of, hey, like it's happened to me and half the world knew about it. Everybody knew but me. And I was left, stuck on
Absolutely.
stupid, waiting on dumb. And I wouldn't want to see somebody else go through that. So, what you want to do with the information is what you do with
It's
the
up to you.
information. It's up to you. I'm just telling you, what I
And
witnessed,
again,
what I saw.
it could put people in danger. Also,
Absolutely.
so
Yeah.
many variables play into this. So still be careful. I would still be careful. Like,
You do have to
I'm
be
just not gonna be
careful.
like blabbing my mouth
Right.
everywhere, but I would still be careful. I wouldn't say nothing if I wasn't certain again,
Mhm.
but sometimes you still lose a friend even if you did say something.
But
But
let me ask you,
I don't look at it that way just because, like I told y'all, I'm still like, I want to be a good friend
let
anyway.
me let me ask you this question.
Uh huh.
What if the friends what if the friend has confided in you that there have
Hmm.
been instances of abuse and instances of violence and signs of crazy activity that have happened with this other person? And you happen to have witnessed this other person doing something with someone else, would that factor into your decision as to whether you say anything or not? Because
I think you will. I
you
think
do
it will.
you
I
don't
know
want
where you're
any
going.
you don't want anything to happen to your friend, number one, and number
Yes.
two, you don't want that person to take out their retaliation on you for sharing the information as well.
Um, if it's violence, yeah, that's a little hard one for me because if
Yeah.
there's violence involved and you actually tell somebody that and they go back and repeat it,
Yep.
and it is this whole explosive situation where you have already been under a violent home,
Mhm.
then that's not a good idea.
Right.
I mean, yes, I could still tell you, but it's not a good idea to go repeat it if you're in a
Yep.
violent home.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'll probably bag back on that one.
Yeah.
And like that's a very difficult scenario.
Yeah.
I'm glad we're going through all the scenarios, you guys, because I knew that this was not just a one question, one sided kind of thing.
Right. It's
You know what
not.
I'm saying? It's
Yeah.
so many variables that actually play into this, and you have to pay attention because you can really cause some big stuff, even divorces,
Yeah.
all kind of stuff. And people, you never know what you're dealing with. You may know your friend, but you don't know your friend's partner.
Right.
Um, what if they were both your friends,
Dang.
the partner and both of them?
Dang.
What would you do?
That's a good
Tell me, y'all,
question.
what would y'all do
That's a good
if your
question.
friend and their partner was your friend as well, and you caught somebody cheating? Would you tell
Well,
them?
if it's my friends, that's the one that is doing the cheating. I'm gonna have a heart to heart conversation with
If it
her.
was your friend stepping out, would you tell their partner?
Would I tell their
Somebody
partner?
said, somebody said, mind my business.
I would
Play
not
dumb.
I would not tell their
That's a
partner.
hard one.
I would pull my friend to the side. I'd have a heart to heart
But they're
conversation
both
with
your
her.
friends.
They're both my friends, yes, but I'm gonna assume that the girl was probably my friend first. I'm gonna assume that.
No, 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 no,
I'm,
no.
I'm
You
gonna I'm
met
gonna
them both. You
I,
met you met
I'm
them both together.
no
You built a relationship
no
with both of them at the same time. You both
damn.
go to eat, and you and your husband, you and
Oh
because you are friends. Y'all are
damn.
really great friends. And you
Damn.
know you can be in that circle too.
Built up at the same time and they
You ring
got
my little
together.
bell.
Yeah, ding, 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 ding on that one. Jesus. Ah,
Somebody say play dumb.
I mean, I think I have to start with my
Oh, that's
friend.
a hard one,
I have to
y'all.
I have to start with I have to start with my friend and be like and ask her, what the helly? Like what's going on? Like what is happening? Like I don't
Or would you say, hey, you better tell her or I'll tell her? Or
yeah.
you better tell him or I'll tell him.
Yeah.
Have you ever had it the other way around where you had a dude friend and you had to tell him that his girl was cheating?
Mhm. Yep.
Bro code won't let me say shh. Okay now. Ooh, okay. Let's go back. I do want to mention this because okay. I think I would still tell
yeah.
whoever's cheating. Just because they're both my friends.
Yeah.
So like, hey, you want to tell her before I tell her?
Yep.
Or you want to
Yep.
tell him before I
I'm gonna pull her to the side
um
and be like, listen, you need to say something or I will, because I think that's gonna motivate her to or him to say what they
oh
need to
I would
say.
probably just say probably like you know what you got to do, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's probably gonna be my answer if both of them my friends.
Yeah.
Like based on a survey, okay, let me go back to this because based on a survey, most people will tell.
Mm-hmm.
So based on a universal survey from the United States, because I know some of y'all gonna be like outside the country. No, let me say United States. Forget the universal part. Um, it was a survey, and most of them will tell.
I mean, I think that's a good thing. I mean, I think that shows that there's a level of
So now y'all
honesty.
know why y'all arguing every day.
Right. I think there's a level, I mean, I think there's a level of honesty there. But again, you don't shoot the messenger. I mean, we say that for a reason. Don't shoot the messenger. I'm not the one that committed the act. I'm not the one that stepped out and was, showing off
But
PDA
say
in the
that's not how they look at it,
in the middle
baby.
of the club. Oh, I know they don't look at it like that.
That's
But
not how they look
if
at
the
it.
universal survey is saying that most people will tell, I mean, it's showing that people are more inclined to display honesty and truth.
Oh, yeah, that's why I said most people. That's why they argue nowadays. Now you
yeah.
can tell why.
Hmm.
But actually, okay. So how do you feel about this, Brenda? Because I know you're gonna have an interesting you're gonna have something very interesting to say about this one. So a psychologist says that if you're close, yes. If you're close with a friend, then yes, you should tell.
Hmm.
And a psychiatrist says that it's best not to insert yourself into the situation.
That sounds like a psychiatrist answer. Based on the overall picture of looking at people's mental status, their mental health, and their capability and their coping mechanisms to be able to deal with things, that does sound like a psychiatrist's answer. The psychologist answer, I think, is more people based and kind of taking into culture and society and doing the right thing versus just withholding the information, because I think that if you're aware of something and you don't say anything, to me I consider that it's lying by omission. And
Right.
again, because I've had the experience of being lied to by omission, like having people play in my face and smiling and laughing and da da da, da, and girl, let's go here and da da da, and the whole time, like you've known that XYZ was out here, so and so, this time, this time, this time, this time, and you never said nothing to me? Like, what is that about? Like, what, do I mean anything to you? Like, do you care more about him than you care about our friendship and care about me? So, just based off of my experience, again, I would want to know, and I would want to share that information with someone that I was close with, because I wouldn't want them to be left without the ability to decide for themselves what they want to do with that information. That information might open up the door to a conversation for counseling or therapy. Maybe it's been danced around a couple times, they've talked about it a few times, but no real moves have been made on it. Maybe that experience may bring them together and have a therapy session or start couples counseling or whatever it is they need to do to work on their relationship. I mean, I don't know, but anything is possible with the information that you give them. It's up to them to decide how to handle things going forward, moving on, ending it, staying together, looking past it, pretending it didn't happen, pretending you didn't hear what I said, ignoring it, blocking it, all the different things and all the different ways that people manage to cope with their different situations. Everybody handles things differently. But I just think that best practice is, if it's someone that I'm close to and it's a good friend, yeah, I'm gonna delicately give you the information, not direct you with what to do, but delicately give you some information for you to sit on, think about, and decide what to do for yourself. And
And
if you
guys, some friends do direct you to what you need to do.
and I don't
And
think
after they
that's
do that, they, if you don't comply with what they want, they are bitter. They
I
don't want to
don't
be your friend no
I'm
more.
not
They
with
don't
that.
want nothing
Mm-mm.
to do with you.
I'm not
And
with
if
that.
that's the case, then that's not your friend.
That's right. I see. Yeah, I'm not
Was
with
never
that.
was.
I'm not with that. I'm not with that
Never was.
directing. This is what you have to do. If you're not doing what I'm telling you to do, then we not friend. I'm not with that. It's not my relationship, honey. I'm not in it. You got to live with the man. You got to sleep with the man. I don't. Y'all got your
Exactly.
your business together. I don't. Y'all may or may not have kids together. I don't. Y'all may
And
or may
at the
not
end
share
of the day,
finances. I don't.
at
It's on you.
at the end of the day as well, it's the person's choice in the
Yeah.
situation, just like you said,
Yeah.
because sometimes there is a lot to consider.
Yep.
The couple may have kids together.
Yep.
May have been together for 20 plus years.
Yes.
Like, you just, cannot get mad if a person
Mm-mm.
does not break up with their significant other just because you told them that they were cheating.
Right. Right.
I mean, if you are a friend and you consider yourself that person's friend, there's no reason why you should be getting mad if you tell your friend that you saw her partner cheating, that you're gonna break up a friendship. Like,
Right.
no. And if they break the
Now,
friendship up with you, then they were never your friend either.
exactly. I'm glad you said that. Exactly. Now,
Point blank, period.
period.
That's
Period.
just my opinion, though. I know everybody has their own opinion, but that's just that.
So let me ask you this while we're on a roll, like with this topic. So let's say you have the conversation with your friend. Okay, she
Mhm.
takes in the information, she's like, all right, I'm gonna figure out what I'm gonna do, da 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 da, blah 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 blah. And let's say, like, 2 weeks later, you all have plans, like, to go out to dinner, and he's gonna be there. He's gonna be there, and this, that, and the third. Are you giving him the cold shoulder? Are you giving him a little bit of side eye? Are you throwing him a little bit of shade because he done been out there doing something wrong? Or are you going to carry on as though everything is fine? Are you going to take the cue from your friend, or are you going to give him a little bit of, I know what you did, bruh, and
If
I'm not
he
happy with
doesn't
it.
know that I told her, I'm carrying on because that's not my business at the end
Yes.
of the day.
Yes.
Yes, it will
Yes.
hurt me as a friend to see my friend get cheated on. Yes, but
Yes.
I learned to separate my mind from my heart. Okay? Sometimes you don't have to react on everything that you are feeling.
Yes, ding the bell on that one. Ding, ding, ding. Because if you're giving him the cold
Where's
shoulder,
food here today?
you're giving him the side eye, you giving him shade, this, that, and whatever, whatever. Honey, you almost giving yourself away like you the one that told the whole situation. So, you know, and again, it's not your business. So if she's fine with it, then you should be fine with it. You should not treat, if she's treating him fine and they're doing whatever it is and figuring it out, let
I'm
them
happy
figure it
for
out.
you. So
Yeah.
if he makes you happy, friend, even though he cheated, whatever the case may be, y'all working through it, I'm there for you.
Yep.
I don't want to see people sad. Like
No.
I don't like that because
No.
then you're going to make me feel like I did the worst thing in the world.
Exactly.
So I don't
Exactly.
want to see you sad.
Right.
And I mean, at the end of the day, like he said, mind my business. I'm gonna let you know, but I'm still mind my business.
Yep.
Okay, that pays me.
Yes.
Um, and like I said, I'm not finna go out there saying anything if I don't have proof. If I didn't see it with my own eyes, I'm not saying nothing
Mm-hmm.
just because somebody told me something. Okay. I don't come with that. I come with screenshots. I come with
Receipts, baby.
pictures. I come with
Receipts, baby.
I come with weeks of research. Okay, no, I'm
Receipts.
just playing. Let me stop before these people really think I'm a psycho. Um,
Yes, but that is definitely the case. This is a great.
I had a couple of people come tell me, hey, he's cheating and da da da. Da. But and I never went back and said anything to him. I don't believe. And it was just like if it's true, it'll come to the light.
Exactly.
But if I have screenshots, if I have pictures, then that's a different story.
Right.
So now I'm gonna be like, hey,
Right. Right.
what's this?
What's this?
You
Yep.
know?
Yep.
But that doesn't mean I'm gonna get mad at the person who gave me the information. And this
Yeah.
is just a scenario,
Yeah.
but I'm not gonna get mad of the person who actually gave me that information. Okay,
Right.
and if she don't have any proof, I'm not gonna repeat it
Right.
because what I don't want to do is start some ish in in my space,
Mm-hmm.
and it's not even true. It could not be true.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just not gonna do that.
Yeah, I'm
That's
not
too
doing that
much.
either. I'm not doing that either. It's way too much, you know. I'm in a time in my life right now where I'm trying to remain as drama free as possible, as messy free as possible, minding my business. Listen, I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna keep it pushing. Whatever you decide to do, if you like it, I love it. I'm gonna support you no matter what. You're my friend no matter what. I'm not gonna be upset with you if you stay. I'm not gonna be upset with you if you go. If you stay, you need me to help you get stuff together. I'm gonna help you get stuff together. If you leave, you need a U-Haul truck, girl. We packing up boxes together, and I'm gonna help you get out. I'm gonna help you do what you need me to do and what you ask me to do, not what I think and I tell you that you should be doing. I will take my direction from you as my friend to tell me, how can I help you? How can I help you? What do you need from me? How can I help you get through this situation and scenario? And if you need to work it out on your own, I'm going to give you your time to work it out on your own. I'm not going to send you articles and research and documents and, survey says this and survey says that. No, I'm not going to overwhelm you with that information. You've got enough that you have to sort through, that you have to think about. And it's not up to me to decide for you, but I will be there for you regardless of what decision it is that you make. You can bet on that.
If it's not your business, then why tell? I mean, first of all, like it's not your business. I'm just sorry. I'm just gonna put it like that. It's not.
Right.
Everything you see in life is not your business
Right.
unless it's in your household. That's your
Yep.
business.
That's your business.
So when people make situations their business, that's why most things happen. When
Mm-hmm.
you don't know how to differentiate and you're gonna make it your business,
Mm-hmm.
then there's a big fallout.
Right.
Oh,
When
we all
you
gotta stop being friends now. Everything, no pause. The world gotta pause and everything. Like
mm,
it's really not your business.
right.
The
Right.
way you handle it determines whether, you want to be a friend and tell your friend what's going on and keep it moving, or are you gonna implicate yourself in that situation and then it's gonna be bad.
Yeah. I mean,
It's
I'm
gonna be
not
bad.
I'm not inserting myself into into other people's business. It's just
It is not your business. It
not my
really ain't.
business, not my place. Nope,
It's really not your business.
not at all.
What other people do is not your business.
Hmm.
It's their business. So I
Yep.
mean, I leave feelings out of it
Yeah.
because I mean, yes, like I said, I may be a little hurt. It might bother me, but I kind of get distant from the emotional part. So I leave
Right.
the feelings out of it because I can't get consumed in that. I don't know
So
what's going on.
you leave the feelings out of it and just deal with the facts. And the facts are just the things that you have actually
Right.
witnessed and you've seen with your own
So
eyes.
if I tell you he's cheating or she's cheating, I'm not involving my emotions
Right.
in it. I'm not. I mean, maybe that's just me, a
No.
Sagittarius thing. I don't
No.
know. But I'm
No.
I'm not.
No.
I'm not I'm not going there
Yeah,
because
I
you've
agree.
been looked at this person the wrong way, probably wanted to beat them up and everything. And then guess what? When that person still stays with that person, you will be no, you will be nowhere in the picture. So
Nowhere.
now you lost your friend.
Right.
It's
You
just
on the
it doesn't make sense.
you on the island. You don't exiled yourself to the island because you inserted yourself in a situation, and it happens. It happens like that. I think we've all been there a time or two or three, just depending on your situation and your circumstances. And, one of the things that this type of scenario and situation has taught me, and you've said it several times in this podcast, is they weren't your friend to begin with. So, eliminate the dead weight and the baggage. I mean, don't necessarily carry people around you that don't really wish the best for you, and don't unconditionally support you, that don't have a problem with being honest with you, that aren't yes people, that have no issue with having a difference of opinion. Having a difference of opinion with a friend doesn't mean that they're not your friend. It doesn't mean that you're not getting along. It means that you have different opinions and you have varying views, and I respect that. I appreciate that. I
Right.
welcome that, because there's more than one way to look at a situation and to look at a scenario. Perhaps my vision, is blinded. Perhaps I've got blinders on and I need to see it from another perspective, and someone else can offer me insight, So I welcome that insight so that I can make the most informed decision that I could possibly make, given the information that I have. So, you know,
Exactly. And everything, when you operate off of emotions and everything, you're not thinking clear. Like you're
no,
not checking off possibilities of what could go wrong.
right.
And that's what I mean of sometimes we don't think, we just do.
We just do.
And sometimes that can really get you in trouble.
that can really get you in trouble. So it's very important, especially if you're an emotional person and you're, an empath. I think that I'm a very empathetic person. I tend to feel other people's feelings. I tend to sense when people are going through things, and I can kind of feel what they're feeling. So whenever there's a situation or something that's happening and that's something that's going on, I usually have to kind of like take a second to make sure that I disconnect the emotions from the verbal response that I'm going to give, so that I'm
And
not
that saves
responding
you.
that
Believe it
I'm
or not, that
yeah,
saves you.
so that I'm not responding from a place of emotion, and I'm
Yeah.
responding from a place of fact and from information. I think it's
That's
better.
true because it does save you. And
Yeah.
baby, back in the days, I used to respond off emotions. And let me tell
Mhm.
you, we don't want to go back to those days because you want to play, I can play too. Like, yeah, we gonna play together. So good thing
meet
is that I
meet you
know now
outside
that
in
I'm
5.
older, huh?
Yes. I said meet you outside in 5.
Oh, you want to play those games? Oh, you want to cheat? Okay, let's see who cheat better.
Right.
Like, don't take me back to those days.
Right. Let's not. We've
But
made so much progress. We've grown so much and we've come so far.
yes, I've come so far, and that's why I said I have like where my mentality is now. That's why I separate. That's one of the reasons I separate my mind from my emotions because my emotions say a lot.
Yeah.
My emotions will throw everything all over the place,
Right.
but my
Chaos.
mind
Right.
keeps me sane.
Yeah. And it keeps you organized, and it keeps you structured, and it keeps you focused on the task at hand so you can do what you need to do.
Yeah, and then you'll come back and ask questions. Well, what happened? You were out there acting crazy and you was a completely different
I
person.
was the Tasmanian devil.
Well, did
That's
you
what it
look in the
was.
mirror?
Yeah. I was the
Did you ask
Tasmanian
yourself that
devil.
question? What did you do
Yeah.
before you asked me what happened? Why
Mhm.
did I react that way?
Yep.
Um, so when it all boils down, I am the friend you can come tell because how I am, just me being Dominique. First off, I won't open my mouth and
Right.
tell and be like,
Right.
"Hey, so and so told me you was no."
Right.
Okay? I know how to keep it in its place.
Mhm.
And whatever my friend confides in me will not be shared. So I expect the same thing. If I'm confiding in you in something, I
Yep.
expect you not to share it. Now,
Absolutely.
y'all know I share a lot of information
Mhm.
with people. Some of that stuff is no secret.
Mhm.
So unless I tell you the secret, trust me,
Right.
everybody knows.
Right. Right.
Okay.
There you
But
go.
now if I tell you it's a secret, then you already know.
Right.
Like, don't nobody know this.
Right.
I'm telling you, let's keep it between me and you. Basically, that's what
Mhm.
I'm saying.
Exactly. Same.
So, yeah, if it's a secret, it will not be displayed.
Nope.
And listen, but let me go here because this is the best part of the conversation. We had a good conversation, but this is the part that kind of throws me off a little bit.
Uh-huh.
So, some man, we going to talk about some man, will use it against you.
Mhm.
Um, some man, like that scenario I gave you,
Uh-huh.
what if you didn't never say nothing to your friend?
Mhm.
And what if he went home and told his woman, hey, Brenda ain't your friend
Mhm.
because she didn't even tell you this.
Mhm. Yep.
And some men do that.
Yep.
Let's not say y'all
Yep.
y'all be
Yep.
trying to, and even if y'all be trying to test that friend, baby, why you shaking your head?
Because there's these men out here that are like, they don't like that you're friends with this one. They don't like that you're friends with that one. They be trying to find reasons for you to not be friends with that person and da 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 da. So I can already envision that man entering into that scenario, knowing damn well he don't look me dead in my face and saw me looking at him tonguing down that other chick in the club and da 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 da, and couldn't wait to go home and then talk about, are they laying in bed together talking about, well, Brenna ain't your friend because she saw me and da 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 da. Did you hear from her? Did she hit you up? Da 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 da. I can already envision it and see that and imagine that in my mind because some men are intimidated by the women that their partners or their significant others are friends with because they know that those women are that friend that are honest, that are going to support them, that are going to be there for them. And some of them feel intimidated by that because they know that they're up to some shady shit. They know that they're up to some shit that's no good, and they know that they probably could be doing a better job than they are in the relationship overall, and their insecurities are just peeking through just a little bit because why are you so worried about whether or not I had a chance to tell her? Maybe I just haven't had a chance to tell her yet. Give me a
But some
minute.
men will definitely use that against, and that's sad. To me, that's sad.
It is.
That's sad that
That's
you have to be out here trying people. Cause to
yeah.
me, like you trying me. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like you really trying me.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't like
But
that.
another example, and let me tell you this, men will quickly tell their homeboys
Oh yes. Oh yes. Oh yeah. Oh yes. Because it's like
quicker than a woman would. We got
it's
to think about it. We got to be like, okay, what if this happened? What if
right.
this happened? A
Right.
man,
Like
some men,
it's
I'll
like
say some
girl.
men,
Girl. Oh my God. Like, girl, I don't even want to tell you, but I was on some hoe shit, right? That's how females be. But dudes be like, oh man, this girl, man, I took her back and we smashed and it was da 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 and da 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 da. I mean, for men, it's like a celebration. It's celebrated every time they tend to get with another woman and this, that, and whatever. But us
they're not going to think
females,
about it. They're
that
not going to think about it.
I don't even think about
We
it. But
think about it.
us females are like, oh God, like I
They
just
not
did
going to
some
think about it.
I just did some whole shit. I just did some whole shit.
We as women, let me tell you, women are so unique because we will dissect the information, dissect the pictures,
Yep.
dissect the text messages, whatever it is. I mean, there is no rules to this.
Yep.
So
Exactly.
just use your best judgment because a man gonna be like, hey dog, like I had to call you and tell you this, dog.
Right. Can't
Look what
couldn't
I
couldn't
just
wait.
seen.
Couldn't wait.
Can't wait.
Girl laid over. She knocked out sleep. He on the phone already talking about it. And in the group chat with the boys talking about it. Meanwhile, you're like, oh God. Oh my God. Like, what did I just do?
There's no rules to this, guys. Like, just use your best judgment. And I would say an advice that I would give, and this is just an advice, take it or leave it. Um, just use your best judgment. Don't involve your emotions. Don't tell somebody with the intent of you wanting them to leave that person because you'll be very
Very,
sad
very
when
sad.
it doesn't happen.
Very
And
disappointed.
you shouldn't be telling people things with the intent of making them do something. You
Right.
know what I'm saying?
Or
Because
the intent of the downfall of the relationship. So that just means that you're not coming from a place of good intentions if you have that thought in mind that,
do it
oh,
because right. Do
you
it
know,
just because you think is the right thing to do. It's
Right.
up
I
to you.
agree.
You know what kind of relationship you have with that person.
Yep.
So at the end of the day, just use your best judgment. And we're at 54 minutes. Anything else that you would like to say, Brenna?
Listen, I think we covered it all. It was a great conversation. Great to hear input from the men and the ladies as well. But yeah, just like you said, it really depends on, I think, your friendship, what you have with that person, and just how you feel overall about the situation. I mean, some people are very much hands off. It's not my business. It don't have nothing to do with me. Um, you know, I'm the friend that I'm not going to ask you to make a decision based on the information that I'm telling you, but I'm just would want you to be aware of a situation so that you had all of the facts to be able to
And
make a determination.
just to be clear, I think when we say it's not our business, but we still would tell, it's just because of the fact that as a good friend,
Yeah.
as your character, you're
Yes.
gonna tell anyway.
Yes.
You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? But the thing
Yes.
is,
But we
I'm
we
not gonna get involved.
Right. So we don't insert ourselves into the business process by
Right.
trying to make them make a decision or being upset with them because they go one way versus another. If they go right instead of left and you want them to go right. So hey, I have a delicate situation I need to talk to you about. Have a seat. Here's some water. I got to talk to you about something. Share it. Da 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 da. I'm here for you if you need me. Boom.
And the situation is delicate,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know, to hear from your friend. And
Yeah.
sometimes embarrassing. And
Yeah. And
sometimes
so, I mean, you need to present it in the right way. You're not going to present it, at a celebration at a dinner party, out at a lounge in front of everybody. You're not going to do it in a restaurant with, you're seated with 14 other people. You're not going to do it at a house party where you're sitting around or a barbecue where other people are around. This is something that you need to do one on one with your friend to give them the,
exactly.
the
And sometimes it's
privacy
shameful. You
they
know,
need.
people feel embarrassed. Oh my God, like they really saw my man with another woman, or
Right.
you
They
know what
need
I'm
the
saying?
they need the
Women are very emotional.
and they
Some
need the
women.
privacy to be able to react in the way that they're going to react without an audience watching them experience that emotion.
Absolutely. This was a great
Yes,
conversation.
it
Thank y'all for
was.
joining us tonight
Yes,
and supporting the podcast.
we
And
appreciate it.
thank you so much for this is like the second time in a row that we've had suggestions on topics, and I like that because it
Yeah.
keep us going and keep us moving.
Yes,
So
keep them
just know
coming.
that we are still going.
Yep, and we are listening to y'all, so keep them coming.
All
All
right,
right,
y'all have a good
guys.
night, and we'll see y'all next Tuesday.
See ya.
Peace out.
Bye.